Buff Nation, hope you're having a wonderful Friday. With summer workouts right around the corner, I thought this would be a good time to start breaking down the different positional groups, kind of giving a state of the union on how they look, how they performed in 2024, and what we can expect or hope for in 2025. So we're starting with the running backs. Also, guys, got this new layout I'm testing. Let me know what y'all think of it. I think it's pretty fun, but like, subscribe, comment always, guys, your takes on the running backs in the comments. Greatly appreciate all the support here. Trying to make this look a little bit nicer every now and then. So let's go ahead and get into it, guys. How did the Buffs perform running the ball in 2024? We were dead last in FBS, 134 out of 134, guys. It was bad. I thought it would have been better given 2023, but it was not. So we averaged 65.7 yards per game rushing. The offense is going to have to change quite a bit. Now, when we go ahead and get into like our top performer in the running back room, it was a departure, Isaiah Gustive, who, I mean, I thought he had a fantastic year last year, given the fact that nobody got really a lot of carries, but he had 84 attempts for 379 yards, 4 touchdowns, and a fumble, 4.5 yards per carry. He was going to be at Virginia, but he's not there any longer, so we'll have to see. But anyways, with Isaiah Gustive, we're losing our leading rusher. Now, this might be an issue with most teams, but when your leading rusher couldn't even get 400 yards, I'm not going to say any departure is substantial, but I think we are a better running back room if Isaiah stuck around, even though he's not. I don't know if he's the easiest or smoothest scheme fit. Wasn't much of a receiver, which now Marshall Faulk coaching the running backs, I assume he'll want to integrate the running backs a little bit more in the passing game, but caught 11 of his 12 targets, which is interesting. But probably our best pass catcher still on the team is Dallan Hayden. And Dallan, he kind of had an up and down year. There were some really nice, long runs that he had of like 10 plus yards. As you can see, he had 3 of them. He had a 27 yard run. Yeah, only had 1 touchdown on the year. He missed some time due to a high ankle sprain that I think he got against Nebraska, I want to say. And I mean, he was running for 6.4 yards a clip. I think most of that came in the second half because we just were not running the ball at all. But what was really great to see was him, after getting some time off from the regular season, from the Alamo Bowl, he did have 1 38-yard reception, which I thought he looked pretty explosive with. And I think what we've seen in spring practice, I think he's fully healed from that high ankle sprain. Again, those are really difficult to bounce back from and keep that explosion during the regular season. So hopefully none of that's going to be holding him back this year. And with Coach Flea departed, again, bringing in Marshall Faulk, I'm confident we're going to be able to get the best out of all of our running backs, and that includes Dallan Hayden. You can see, going back a couple years to Ohio State, 5.4 yards per attempt, dropped down to 3.1, ran for 196 yards. We're going to need to see that obviously improve, and we'll get into that later on. Now, true freshman this past year, Micah Welch, I thought that he had a really great freshman year because, again, any true freshman that's getting on the field, you're having a good year. 5'9", 205 pounds, absolute bowling ball, 4 touchdowns, averaged 4.3 yards per carry, almost 200 yards. I guess him and Dallan Hayden both had like 190-something yards each. Missed some time as well. I think he was a little banged up, but and also missed spring practice. So this is going to be something to keep an eye on because I think if he's able to stay healthy, that's why I included him in the thumbnail. I think that there's so much potential left with Micah Welch. He needs to improve on his vision, of course, kind of cutting things inside when he sees that. I think that was kind of a theme with most of our running back room. The vision wasn't always the best, but I think that, again, Marshall Faulk hopefully can really help hone these guys in a little bit when it comes to their vision. And I think he's got good anticipation skills, and he can run over guys, but he can also make some guys miss. Longest run on the year was 25 yards. And you're talking about explosion. 8 rushes over 10 yards, 3 over 15. So, and caught 8 of his 9 targets for 54 yards. 1 drop, but I think he can be used in the passing game, no doubt about it. Micah Welch, I know that he's missed a lot of spring practice, but I got to be honest, man. When you see this kind of production from a true freshman, that's just the floor, man. I think we're going to see a much better Micah Welch this year, and we need a much better Micah Welch this year if we're going to give this offense a chance, man, to be honest. Now, the big newcomer, Brandon Hood also left. I guess we still have Charlie Offord, all right. He's more of a depth guy, but we did bring in Dakalon Taylor out here from Incarnate Word in San Antonio, 5'9", 166 pounds. I think he's bigger than that now, but explosive back. Explosive back. I mean, his elusive rating by PFF is over 100 at 100.7. Oh, look at this. Caught 22, 28 targets, 163 yards. So maybe not the like a prolific pass catcher, but can definitely do it. But look at this. 10 plus yard runs. He had 25 of them. Now, looks like about 2/3 of his rushes were in gap compared to zone. That's going to be interesting with Pat Shurmur in the run game. Yards after contact, 3.55. But ultimately had 9 touchdowns, 2 fumbles, 6 yards per attempt, ran for 925 yards. Coming up from the FCS level, we'll see how he is deployed by Marshall Faulk, but we needed a back with serious speed and juice, and that's what we got with Dakalon Taylor. Now, he doesn't have that workhorse type of body, right? He's going to be part of a committee at this level, but we haven't had somebody on this roster since maybe Dylan Edwards. Not the cleanest comp, but in terms of a speed guy that can make you miss, that can make a game-breaking play every time he catches the ball. We were missing that out of the backfield last year. Dakalon Taylor is bringing that. And I think he has another year or 2 of eligibility, which is great. So I'd love to see him making his way out to CU. I think that this is going to be a fun kind of trio with Micah Welch, Dallan Hayden, and Dakalon Taylor being part of the rotation. So, now I just want to talk about what I'm expecting for the run game this year. Again, we were last 134 out of 134 FBS teams in rushing. I think if we are going to have a big time rushing attack, we need to commit to it this year. And with our quarterback, Caden Salter, being a dual threat quarterback, I think we're going to see overall our team rushing for like well over 100 yards per game. That's how it's gonna have to be. Now, how much of that is coming from our running backs? I mean, I don't really know. I think Caden Salter will be able to scramble quite a bit, but I am expecting a nice increase in running production this year with the Buffs. And I'll go as far to say, hey, if we're going to be a winning team this year, we need to be averaging, probably close to 160 yards, like at minimum rushing the ball. Now, that might be kind of crazy for you. You might be like, Dave, what are you talking about? But that's just how I feel right now. So that would kind of put us in category of around the 50th percentile or so, give or take, somewhere between 65 and 70 or whatever, 63 and 70 for overall rushing yards per game. I think that's kind of where we need to be. Again, having Marshall Faulk on this roster really does help, but we're going to have an identity shift this year no matter what. So y'all let me know your thoughts in the comments. Who are you most excited for in this group? I think right now I'm most excited to see what year 2 Micah Welch can bring to the Buffs. So y'all let me know your thoughts. Thank you guys so much. Go Buffs.